Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Thank you once again for taking some time out of your day today to join us here on our webinar. Just to introduce myself, my name is Jonathan Brandeo. I am the Director of Learning and Development here at MLB Wholesale, and today I have the pleasure of presenting a presentation all about who we are here at MLB Wholesale. At MLB Wholesale, everything we do centers around one simple mission. That is making lives better. And we mean that in two different ways. Making lives better for you as our partner, and making lives better for the families that we all serve collectively. So, what we're going to do today is we're actually going to show you how to take speed, service, solutions, take those three things, put them together to help you close more loans, win more deals, and of course, stand out in your market, be able to differentiate yourself from all the other people in your market, and say, hey, I actually have these additional tools and resources in my belt when I'm working with MLB that's going to allow me to really figure out where those solutions come from and get those borrowers to the closing table. So it isn't just about programs, it's about giving you a competitive edge. Now, as I'm making my way through our presentation today, if you have any questions about what I'm discussing, feel free to throw those questions into the chat box that's right here in Zoom. But of course, if you think of anything too, you can hold on to that. We always have a little bit of a Q&A session at the end. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself if you feel comfortable, and we can go over those questions then. Also, if you think of any questions once the presentation is completely done, reach out to your assigned account executive. Reach out to our client services team. We have a whole team here that's dedicated just to assist you with any questions you may have, whether that be just general basic questions, all the way through more scenario-based questions or loan-specific questions. So always feel free to reach out to our team with anything that you need assistance with after our presentation has concluded. So let's jump into things and talk about who we are here at MLB Wholesale, starting specifically with talking about the types of resources and tools that we offer here as part of your partnership with us. Now, jumping into the types of resources and tools that we offer you as being a partner with MLB, we know that one of the biggest frustrations throughout the entire industry is not knowing where to go when you need help. Every day here at MLB, we're trying to figure out ways to eliminate that type of friction so that you have direct access to real people fast, whether that be our lock desk, our underwriting scenario desk, requests for escalations, USDA sponsorships if you're looking to do USDA business with us, or closing coordination, figuring out when you're actually going to close that loan once you get the official clear to close from the MLB underwriter. We've built these resources so that you never get stuck, so that you know exactly where to go to find those tools, find those resources. So you can see here, we have an escalation form if you need to submit an escalation request. You can reach out to our lock desk at any time if you have questions based around the lock or pricing. You can submit the USDA sponsorship form if your company needs to get sponsorship in order to submit brand new USDA loans to us. Of course, there's that schedule your closing. Once you get a clear to close, our operations team will provide you with the link to go ahead and schedule your closing, but you can always keep that handy as well. And we have all of these links that I'm showing you posted on our MLBwholesale.com website 24/7. So whenever you do need it, you can just access the site. And of course, our team will be able to provide you those links as well. And the last thing on this slide is that scenario desk. As I mentioned, you could send underwriting questions directly to the scenario desk before you even submit a new loan to us. So that way, if you have something that's a little bit more complicated, something a little bit more nuanced, that's outside the box that you're not 100% sure about, you can send those underwriting types of questions to the scenario desk, and our team can take a look at that and get back to you as soon as possible with whether they need additional clarification or questions to it, or they can provide you a direct answer to say, okay, here's exactly what we need to do to structure this loan. This is the documentation we need. Or it could be, unfortunately, we're not able to accommodate this particular scenario. But either way, you're able to get that nice, clear, proper expectations up front before the loan is submitted, before you kind of go through all the hoops with your borrower. You kind of have all those things taken care of directly by getting those clear answers from our team up front. So those are just some examples of some of those main help desk resources that we can offer here as part of your partnership with us. Now, of course, on top of that, something that you're already doing because you're attending our call today is our education. We provide tons of different forms of education, and we're consistently growing those additional tools that we can provide to you. And we can't just have a product or a program and just hand it to you and say, here you go. We need to teach you how to actually win with these. Our webinar and tutorial library is designed mainly here to keep you sharp, make you confident, and help you position these solutions in the correct way. Because whether you're trying to figure out a brand new program or you're trying to master a program that you really want to become an expert on, we always have access to on-demand training Monday through Friday. We have tons of different webinars that we host every single month. Like I said, every week, almost every day, every month, we have live webinars happening so that you can go from there. And if you can't attend a live webinar, we all know that life happens, that you can't attend those. We also post those recordings on our YouTube channel. So this is the part I always joke that it's a shameless plug, but go ahead and subscribe to the MLB Wholesale YouTube channel because we post all of our recorded webinars on there. We post our tutorials on how to complete different tasks, how to navigate through our broker portal, how to register a new loan, how to submit documents, how to lock a loan. All those things are right there on that YouTube channel for you. And if any changes happen to programs or systems or portals, any of those things, we post the most updated versions of those videos to ensure you know exactly what you need to be successful with all of those. Because knowledge equals confidence, and confidence equals a bigger pipeline. Now, of course, once you get the confidence to move forward with the programs that you want to use, you got to figure out how you're going to actually grow your pipeline with those programs that you're using with us. And that's where your marketing comes into play. So we offer a wide variety of marketing flyers for all of the different programs we offer, whether that be your more specialty niche programs or what we like to call our Making Lives Better programs, but also for your kind of straightforward conventional FHA, VA, USDA types of loans. And the great thing too is that you can actually request our marketing team to create you customized flyers. So exactly as the screenshot shows here, is that you can go to MLBwholesale.com, go directly to the marketing page, it should be right underneath resources, and you can actually click that custom flyer request form. That will go to a page where you can submit a request to create a flyer for you personally, where your personal contact information is added to it with the information already filled in. So you know, okay, from the standpoint of what is required on the specific program, all that's already been vetted by compliance, been vetted by the MLB team to ensure it's correct. And all we're doing is just adding your information on there so you can confidently and clearly go out there and market the program that you want to market. Let us be your partner there and helping you grow your business. Now, kind of going hand in hand with that, we also have these badges. And the example you can see here is a clear to close badge, but we also have badges for if you get an underwrite in less than 24 hours and other factors like that. We want to reward you and celebrate you as being a partner with us by providing you with these badges that you can post these badges on social media. You can also add them to your email signatures, as the example shows here. So that way, whenever somebody contacts you, whenever somebody looks up your social media, they can say, oh, wow, I noticed that you closed a loan in less than 15 days with MLB. I noticed that you got an underwrite done in less than 24 hours with MLB. These are things that are able to go out there and promote you as a loan officer, as a processor, to give you credibility, to build and win additional relationships, and of course, generate repeat business. Because biggest thing here, perception drives additional opportunity, and we want to help you with those opportunities to grow your business on your end by providing you with these marketing tools and ways to put out there that you are somebody that should be trusted and somebody that they should work with as they continue to grow their business on their end. Now, on today's call, I'm not going to dive deep into the portal. I'm not going to jump into the portal on today's presentation, but I have a few slides here that show you the basics on how to price out a loan within the MLB broker portal. We do have a quick pricer in there where you can go ahead and just put in a scenario so you can see exactly what rates and pricing options we currently have available here at MLB Wholesale. That way you can just kind of get an idea what all the information is. And once again, setting proper expectations. That's kind of the most important piece here. So just jump into the quick pricer, complete all the loan information, borrower details, property information, put all that in there. Make sure that you select the correct product filters based on the type of program you're looking to use. Is it going to be a standard, straightforward program, or are you looking to jump into the world of non-QM? Kind of choose based on that. And then, of course, select whether this is going to be borrower or lender paid compensation so that the correct pricing adjustments can be applied to the results that you're going to get on the next screen. Hit that search button once we've confirmed that all those details have been entered. And you'll see the example here is that you'll get your eligible products. You'll also get a list of ineligible products as well. So that way, let's say, for example, a particular program you're looking to use shows under ineligible. It will show you the exact reasons for the disqualification. So maybe you need to kind of go back a step and say, okay, how do I need to restructure this with my borrower in order for this particular program to now become available to me once I actually get ready to actually submit this loan officially, like actually register it in the system. So the quick pricer, once again, is just a great tool for you to play around with. Always set expectations on what rates and pricing we can offer on that particular date and time that you're running that through. And at the same time, also be able to show you, okay, how does a loan need to be structured in order for that pricing to show up for the program that I want to use? So, great way. I highly recommend using that, especially as you're getting to learn who we are here at MLB Wholesale with all these different programs. One thing I do want to call out, something fairly new that we've recently added is that we've partnered with SYE Insurance in order to provide a homeowner's insurance quote to the borrower. Now, this is a 100% completely optional. We give you the option to request this homeowner's insurance quote. And when you go ahead and register a brand new loan with us, you're going to be given the option to either opt in or out of receiving that quote. Now, if you opt in, the borrower will receive a call directly from SYE Insurance. So the borrower is the one who's going to be contacted if the loan officer opted them into getting that quote. Now, you can opt them out of it and change your mind later. So it is possible that even if you went ahead and opted in, you can change it later on and go ahead and receive that quote. The great thing is that by MLB being partnered with SYE Insurance, they're given much more competitive rates on the homeowner's insurance side because that loan is coming directly to MLB Wholesale. So just an opportunity, another opportunity to help out, make lives better, and make a much smoother process, especially on the homeowner's insurance side of things when working with MLB Wholesale. And one thing I really am super excited to talk about is MLB Certainty. So MLB Certainty is a brand new tool that we just rolled out. It is a AI pre-underwriting tool that will be available for everyone who signs our particular user agreement. Now, what really is MLB Certainty? Exactly as the name entails, it is a AI pre-underwriting tool. The AI tool, MLB Certainty, will, once you register a loan with us, it will review all the documents that you've uploaded, all the information that you've uploaded, and it will automatically create a full condition set. Not only will it complete a full condition set, it will do a full income calculation that is repped and warranted by Fannie Mae. So you have a full income calculation, the same as you would get from a traditional underwriter. You get a full condition set completely done, and you get all of that when the loan is still in the registered status. Gives you the opportunity as the loan officer or processor to go ahead and complete that file, clean up the file before it is even looked at by a human here at MLB. We offer webinars every single day, Monday through Friday, that gives you a full demo of MLB Certainty. I highly recommend joining one of these calls. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have it at 11 o'clock Eastern. Tuesday and Thursday, we have it at 4 p.m. Eastern. That way, we have a morning and an afternoon. But like I said, every day, Monday through Friday, we host these calls. The first half hour of the call is a demo of the portal, so you get an idea of everything that it can do. And then the second half of the call is a Q&A where we open it up for any thoughts and of course any questions that you may have about the portal and how it works. Like I said, I highly recommend you join one of these calls with us so you can get an idea on what it looks like and of course how powerful of a tool it is. Biggest thing I always like to say when it comes with MLB certainty is let technology make you more human. Allow MLB certainty to do all the heavy lifting so that you have more time to build relationships. You have more time to have human conversations with your partners. And at the same time, be able to give you more time, not just on a work basis, but also give you more time with your own family as well, because now MLB certainty is doing that heavy lifting in the front end, doing a full underwrite of the file. And not only are they doing that up front, once the loan is officially submitted to the underwriter here, the human underwriter, MLB Certainty stays with that file until everything is 100% completed. So not only is in the front, but is also going to be there actively fulfilling conditions, clearing conditions based on the documents you upload and everything from there. And like I mentioned, MLB Certainty is 100% completely free. There is no charge at all for any of our partners. All we ask is that the first step, you are required to complete a education class. Sign up for one of these classes, either the Monday through Wednesday, Friday, or the Tuesday, Thursday. Join us, learn more details about it, learn more about the user agreement I mentioned. Once you get all that information, you can get to the next steps of getting full 100% access to this amazing new AI tool that we just recently rolled out. So we have the codes here. I'll leave it up for a moment if anybody wants to sign up using the QR codes, but you can also reach out to your account executive to get more information on how to sign up for one of these education webinars we host throughout the week. All right. And speaking to that, just to show you an example here, this just gives you a basic understanding of the process flow of a loan from start to finish when you're working on with MLB. So taking a look at this journey from file registration all the way to funding and purchase, the most important thing we want to kind of have as a takeaway here on this slide is that you have clear handoffs, defined stages, strong communication from the MLB team, because the biggest thing we want you to always know where your file is, what's needed next, and what comes next. Because with a smoother process, it's a better experience for everybody that's involved. Of course, these loans close much faster with that better experience, and it creates more referrals from the partners on your side. Once again, the goal at the end of the day is to grow your pipeline on your end so that we can help you as our partner to continue to grow with your business. So now that we talked about kind of all of the behind the scenes, the resources and tools that we offer of being a partner with us, now we're going to get into some of the really exciting stuff and talk about some of the programs that we offer here at MLB that stand out, the ones that are making lives better programs that really are the ones we want to focus on today. Now, of course, we're going to dive deep into those, but the biggest piece here and the thing where MLB truly separates itself from anyone else in the industry is that no matter what a borrower's story may be, no matter what their background may be, we have a solution for that. And we're continuously creating and developing new programs to create those additional solutions, whether it be just a conventional loan, FHA, VA, USDA, non-QM. We have a robust and very successful non-QM department here to, in that case, those bank statements, DSCR, ITIN, foreign national, all of that. We want to help you say yes more. We want you to kind of really understand that most borrowers don't fit that same box. They don't fit that perfect little box that most people really were trying to do. We know that. We know we want real life borrowers. And that's exactly where these types of opportunities lie. So you can see here on the slide all your traditional, conventional FHA, VA, USDA, non-QM products. But we're going to dive into some of the more unique programs that we personally have developed in-house and are extremely proud of. The first one I want to talk about is the MLB Remarkable Down Payment Assistance. Now, this is one of our most powerful tools for helping borrowers get into a home. It is a FHA only down payment assistance program. The great thing about it is that it is a 100% fully forgivable grant from day one. They have the option of choosing between either a 2% or a 3.5% fully forgivable grant. It's available fully nationwide, with the only exceptions being the states of Hawaii and Washington. So Hawaii and Washington are the only two states that do not allow for this particular program. Why does this really matter? Because it turns almost qualified borrowers into actual closed loans. And you can see you can still pair with up to 6% seller concessions following traditional FHA guidelines. There are no additional liens on the property. There are no resale restrictions. Most down payment assistance programs require the borrower to pay that money back at some point. They require the borrower to live in the home, let's say 5 years before they're allowed to sell or refinance. None of those restrictions exist at all on the Remarkable DPA. Now, the only thing I do want to call out here that's not listed on the slide is that it is borrower paid compensation only when it comes to structuring the compensation, borrower paid only, and the rates. There are no buy down there's no options to go to buy down either lower or go higher. There's a set rate for the 2% and a set rate for the 3.5, and they are significantly higher than a regular FHA loan. And by significant, I mean they're pretty significantly higher than that. Now, I say that and be transparent about it because always want to set proper expectations for what borrowers are the best fits for these types of programs. While these programs are incredible and they're able to help out so many borrowers and create those opportunities, we want to make sure that they are the right fit because it's not going to be a blanket fit for everybody. On top of that, the borrower does need to meet one of the four categories there at the bottom of the slide. Biggest thing to remember, only one of those have to be met. That's where people get tripped up. People think they have to have a combination of some or all of them. No, it's just one of them. So they could be a first-time home buyer. They could do it based on their profession or volunteer history. If they were in the military, first responder, educators, medical, civil servants, any of that. They could do it based on income. If their household collective income is equal to or less than 140% of the AMI, or they can get lucky and the property that they're purchasing is in an area that's considered underserved. That would qualify them based on just the property alone, not even on themselves. So those are four different ways, and we create four different categories so that way it's a broad sense of fitting into the Remarkable DPA. Once again, only one of those has to be met. But like I mentioned, Remarkable DPA, incredible program because it doesn't have all of those restrictions that most down payment assistance programs have. But it's going to be very specific which types of borrowers really work the best for this one. Now, because of that, we have actually developed another program, another FHA down payment assistance program that is, we're going to come up in just a moment. And I'm like looking for the words here because I get excited about talking about the next program we're going to talk about. But that program is going to be on the other side, and it does not have all of the restrictions that the Remarkable has. So that's why I talk about Remarkable first, to show you we have two different sides of the coin when it comes to offering these amazing FHA specific borrower assistance products. So let's jump away from the Remarkable for a moment. And before we actually get to that program I just teased, I'll give you just a moment here before we actually get to that. One other thing I want to talk about is our elite pricing. Now, for FHA, VA, and conventional, we do offer something called elite. If a borrower meets the specific elite criteria, we will give them up to 50 basis points of a pricing improvement. It will actually show as a separate product when you price things out. So you can actually see there's an example on the screenshot listed here. It will show as a separate product, and they can get up to that 50 basis point pricing improvement just by having a higher FICO score, for having a lower DTI, all those factors that put them in that elite criteria to get a better pricing on those FHA, VA, or conventional loans. So that kind of goes on, that's its own separate thing. But now let me jump to that program that I was teasing that is another program that helps with down payment on an FHA loan, but does not have any of those restrictions that the Remarkable has, and that is the MLB Green Advantage program. This is a program we're extremely proud about. And we actually just recently, earlier in the beginning of June of 2026, we actually, in my opinion, improved the program. We actually made it more dynamic and fit even more borrowers so that we can help everyone that we possibly can that fits into this option. And what the MLB Green Advantage program is that it is a borrower assistance product that provides either a 3.5% or even a 5% forgivable grant. Now, that grant has two different ways that you can structure it. You can do it as a grant, or you can actually structure it as a silent, forgivable second lien. So there's absolutely no repayments on this. There are no liens at all. There are no third-party contracts at all when it comes to the solar piece that is also included. And yes, most people, when they hear the word solar, go, "Oh no, that sounds like a big headache." I'm here to say that is not how it works here on the Green Advantage. We are using the FHA Solar Wind Technology Program, and because of that, this is just a regular FHA purchase or even a FHA rate and term refinance. The solar is financed into a regular FHA loan. Like I mentioned, no additional liens, no third-party contracts, no UCC filings. And biggest thing here, no changes to FHA rates. You're getting a regular FHA rate, the same or similar to what you would get if you went with a regular FHA loan that did not include this borrower assistance. And the great thing is that if you structure the borrower assistance as a silent second, it is forgiven ex exactly when the solar panels are installed, which happens post-closing. The cost of the solar is added to the loan amount, so it's not included into the base loan amount. It's added on top of it. So the max loan to value will be 120%. The solar value is not included in the appraisal. So the appraisal is only going to give you the value of the home itself that does not include the solar. But there are no additional documents. There are no solar appraisals. There are no return on investment analysis needed. You don't need any HUD consultants or contingencies. It's all just a regular FHA loan at the end of the day, with that borrower getting either 3.5 or 5%. And that 3.5 or 5% can be used either towards their down payment or it can go towards their closing costs. So those are the only two things that it can go towards is either down payment or closing costs. But that's extremely powerful because let's say, for example, you use the 5% grant or even structure as a lien. It doesn't kind of change no matter which way you go from there. Let's say you do the 5% and then you put 3.5 of that 5% towards the down payment. Now you have money left over, and that additional funds is going to go towards paying off your closing costs. So now you have that, and this can still work with up to 6% seller concessions as well. So not only are you getting all of that, assistance on down payment and closing costs, you're also following regular FHA guidelines and getting it if you can get up to 6% seller concessions. Now you have structured this where down payments covered, closing costs are covered. This borrower is coming in, and not only are they getting the assistance up front, they're getting the assistance post closing because now, with the solar panels being their primary source of energy, they are now brought their electricity bill down hundreds of dollars less, in lots of cases, hundreds of dollars less than what they're paying monthly. Because we all know electricity bills are consistently going up more and more every single year. And right now, with the rise of AI data centers, all we're going to do is just see those bills rise to levels that people probably have never seen in their lifetime. So this is an awesome opportunity to create sustainability and full-time affordability on a home, not even just at the closing table, but in the long term. So an awesome opportunity with Green Advantage. And like I mentioned, regular FHA rates. You can do lender paid compensation on this program. Borrower just needs to have a 620 minimum FICO. We do need an approved ineligible findings because it's always going to be ineligible because of the raised LTV, but we do need an approved ineligible findings. And DTI, we follow traditional We just go by what the AUS says on the DTI. But awesome opportunity. All of the installation of the solar panels happen post closing. And we are partnered with a company called Arcasa. Arcasa is the one who not only do they provide the assistance, the 3.5 or 5%, they are the ones who are actually the solar contractors who will do the installation post closing. They have contractors located in each of the available states to be able to do the work once we have closed on that loan. So we have more super in-depth trainings, videos about the Green Advantage program on our website, on our YouTube channel if you want to learn more about it. But always like to spend some time on this because it is such an awesome opportunity for those borrowers that are looking to go FHA to get that assistance and have sustainability and affordability, not just at the closing table, but in the long term of owning that home. Moving forward, a couple other things I want to highlight. We do have some renovation programs here. Um, if inventory is tight, how do you create more opportunities? Renovation loans, that's where they come into play. These allow borrowers to either buy or refinance and include the renovations all into one loan. So that what we offer currently is we have both the limited and standard 2 or 3K options under FHA. And then we also have a VA renovation program to help out those veterans, and they can still get up to 100% financing if they have their full VA eligibility. This opens that door for fixer-uppers, for larger loan amounts, for more inventory options. And the big piece here is that, like a lot of these programs I'm talking about, these are conversation starters with the partners that you're working with. This is something you can go out and say, what if your buyers didn't need a perfect home? What if we had something in our back pocket that allows somebody to get a home that maybe needs a little bit of extra work, but instead of having to worry to pay out of pocket to fix up that home or make these changes, we could just finance the cost of the renovation right into an FHA loan, into a VA loan with 100% financing. We have those opportunities through renovation, and it's a great option to look at whether you've done renovation before or not. MLB is a great partner to jump into that world because our client services team actually will assist you with gathering documents directly from the contractor and vetting that contractor as well. So you have our team here to help you through that process to relieve some of those headaches, some of that stress that comes with renovation. We're here to kind of really help you through that and get you to those final steps with ease. On top of that, we do have our buy before you sell programs. These are programs that what they do is they remove the home sale contingency when a borrower is trying to move from one house to the next. Both of these options work with two different third-party contacts. So the first one is the MLB Step Forward. That one is through Calc, Calque. Calc is our partner that is the one who actually handles everything related to the step forward. What they do, they provide a binding backup contract purchase agreement between themselves and the borrower that if the home does not sell on the open market within the allotted time frame, which is 180 days, Calc will step in and purchase that home directly from the borrower based on the number agreed upon within that contract. Same thing applies on the Knock bridge loan. The biggest difference here is that Knock, which Knock is the name of the company, the partner on that one, they do a traditional bridge loan. So it is a second lien, but it is a 0% interest rate second lien. So there's no payments on that additional lien. But in both companies, whether it be Calc or Knock, in both cases, that binding backup contract will be in place so that that way borrower can smartly and kind of really more competitively go towards getting the home that they really want to purchase without that home sale contingency. When deciding on which option's the best fit for your borrower, if you're looking to use these, big thing keep in mind, Knock can provide up to 6 months of mortgage payment coverage on the departing residence, whereas Step Forward does not provide any type of assistance on the original home's mortgage payments. So if they're doing Step Forward, the borrower is responsible for making payments on their current home, and the new home during that transition period where the original home is not sold yet. So keep that in mind. The step forward is a little bit more friendlier for people who have stronger liquidity, who have the ability to hold multiple housing payments at the same time as they transition from one home to the next. Whereas knock, not only do they provide up to 6 months of mortgage payment coverage, they can provide additional assistance around moving costs, and additional fees from there to be able to help out those borrowers that need a little bit of extra assistance. Knock can also use that second lien to get up to 50% of funds that can go towards the down payment of a brand new home as well. Now, biggest thing to keep in mind for both options, the brand new home will always go through MLB Wholesale. As the purchase of the brand new home will go through MLB Wholesale, and that one will either be conventional or non-QM. So those are the only two options. If they're partnered with either the step forward or knock, it has to be either a conventional or non-QM loan when it comes to those options. So those are our buy before you sell programs. There's even more in-depth details of how they work individually, but just want to kind of explain that we have those available. And if you'd like to learn more, we have more of those on our website. And of course, our team is more than happy to walk that through with you. And I've mentioned it so many times that we have a very robust and very educated non-QM team, and that is 100% true. We have so much information when it comes to the world of non-QM listed on our website, and of course, you can always feel free to reach out to our non-QM team anytime. You can see the phone number for the non-QM hotline right here on the screen. And you can go to MLBwholesale.com, and we have the page that has all the matrices, the forms, the breakdowns of everything you need about these programs. We have all of those different tools. You can join live Q&A webinars about these programs that we host weekly. And you can find even more tools to really get into the weeds of exactly how these programs work. This is just some examples of some of the programs we offer. This is very limited when it comes to what we offer. We have a wide range of non-QM programs here at MLB outside of even just the two that I can fit here on this slide. So these programs are designed for real-world borrowers. So think about people who are self-employed, going based around asset-based income, unique financial profiles. So biggest thing here, biggest takeaway as we wrap things up with our presentation today, instead of saying no, you now have more ways to say yes. You have more ways to say, actually, I have a lender that has all these different programs that can help out my borrower, that can be able to assist them, whether it be one of the agency programs we highlighted today or our full suite of non-QM programs. We have those items to be able to say yes so that you can grow your business. And of course, you can become that trusted advisor that your partners go to be able to say, okay, let's get these loans closed. So as I've mentioned, biggest thing I want to leave you with today is that MLB Wholesale, we are not just a lender. We are your partner in growth. We want to help you close faster, win more deals, and at the end of the day, do exactly what all of us are here for, which is serve more families. At the end of the day, it isn't just about loans, it's about the impact that we've made. And together, we are making lives better. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to throw those into the chat box. I'm happy to stick around for a few minutes and answer those. If not, if you think of something later, reach out to our client services team. The phone number that's listed here, you can either call or even text this number anytime, and our client services team will be able to help you out with those questions and be able to point you in the right direction. So once again, thank you so much for joining our call today. And of course, thank you so much for being a partner with MLB.